We're about to turn these ingredients into the best keto brownies you ever had. Stay tuned. So you might be wondering to yourself, Putnut, how do I make the best brownies I've ever had out of those ingredients? Well, this is how. You start out with a double boiler like you see here, and you add in, first you want to get your oils heating. And when you do it the way that I'm doing it, you want to get the liquid oil in there first. So we're going to put in 4 tablespoons of coconut oil. And then we're going to put in 3 tablespoons of butter and 3 tablespoons of the cacao butter. And the whole point is you got to get the coconut oil hot so that it'll melt the cacao butter, because it tends to not like to melt on its own. But it sure does make the brownies good. Got my lovely assistant that you can't see helping me out today. She's my brownie maker. Now we're going to go ahead and add the rest of the cacao butter and the regular butter. Of course, the regular butter doesn't want to cooperate. Started to get soft sitting there apparently. And you just keep a stir on that until it gets melted. And then we'll show you what you do next. The oils are almost completely liquefied. I got this recipe. I don't even remember where I found this recipe. And I had some friends over, so I was taking a night off of keto that night, and we were going to make some nice brownies for them. So I modified the recipe, and it turned out to be so fantastic. And then I thought, wow, I'm going to make these keto so I can have them all the time. Well, that proved to be a little more tricky. But I got the recipe down pat. The last time I made them, they were fantastic. Oh, they were good. I even served them to non-keto people, and they had seconds and were raving about how good they were. So I thought, time to show this recipe off. So here we are. We got our oils liquefied now. It's about time to add the cocoa powder. Okay, add the sugar, then the cocoa powder. I don't care. Whichever way you wish to go with it.
I always do sugar first because the sugar needs to liquefy.
Yeah, well,
Cocoa powder just blends.
That was one of the modifications. This is not sugar, obviously. This is keto. What it is part Bocha Sweet, part Lakanto, part Allulose, part stevia. And it took me a few tries to get that mixture right. Now you can use whatever sweeteners you want, but Bocha Sweet, if you use it by itself, it's almost too sweet. It's got a kind of a burning taste to it, like real sugar has when you eat too much of it. But the Monkfruit, of course, has that cooling sensation, and I do not like that. And Allulose has a funny aftertaste if you use too much of it too. And stevia, I go easy on stevia. I don't use it much, but when you're making chocolate, that bitter aftertaste doesn't hurt anything because chocolate is bitter anyway. So you'll see the recipe below with the ingredients. You'll see links to buy some of the ingredients. Please go there and buy them. It helps me out. I appreciate it. So we will return in a few minutes when this sugar mixture has been thoroughly incorporated. Because if you don't stir it in, you're going to have grainy brownies, and you don't want grainy brownies. Okay, we've finally got the oil to incorporate with the sugar mix. Time to put in the cocoa powder and get it mixed in. Then we let it cool. And don't let it fool you. The oil mix is a necessity, even more so than the sugar mix, because I tried it with just a cacao butter and regular butter, because the original recipe just called for 10 tablespoons of butter. And it worked out great with real sugar. Not so much with the fake sugar. I tried cacao butter mixed with real butter, which is one of the modifications I made in the actual recipe with real sugar. And they turned out real dry. So I added more butter, less cacao butter, still real dry. And then I tried the coconut oil, because coconut oil stays liquid at room temperature better than cacao butter. Cacao butter is hard at room temperature. And regular butter is still solid, just not hard. And that did the trick. You could probably use all coconut oil and they'd be even softer and moister, but they turn out plenty soft and moist with the coconut oil mixture in the recipe here. And you get that great flavor from the cacao butter and the real butter. So, we'll continue to stir this until it's a nice creamy mass. Then you got to set it aside and let it cool, and we'll be back then. Through the magic of video, it's cooled in seconds. Now let's get on to the next part. We have our flour mix, which I had to come up with a mix of flours that worked well. It's half lupin, half coconut. You could use oat fiber and coconut, but the coconut's kind of necessary because it's a good binder. So let's get the eggs and the flour mixed in, and we'll go from there. Nice farm fresh eggs from our local feed store. Won't be long, it'll be farm fresh eggs from my own chickens. If you like that kind of thing, raising chickens, raising animals, other farm related things, I have another channel called Spring Holler Farms. You'll see I'll put it in the description, you'll see the link down there. What we do now, we just got to get the eggs mixed in with the chocolate mixture, then we add the flour, and we put it in the baking dish. It's right over there. It's really that simple. Recipe's in the description, along with ingredients that you could buy. I forgot to tell you about the vanilla. One teaspoon of vanilla extract. We got the good stuff from Mexico. You can get a whole quart for like $25. Less if you're actually in Mexico. But you want to mix the vanilla in now, then the flour. Let's just cut to the chase. There's the flour. We'll put that in a couple minutes. We'll bake it, and we'll see you when it's done. There they are done. Got them all done. Let them cool. Plop them out on a plate. Cut a little piece off the corner here. You can see. Nice. How juicy they are. Chocolatey. Delicious. If you like brownies like I like brownies, this is what you want. These things are good. Oh, they're so good. Thanks for watching. Hi, this is Putnut. If you enjoyed that, click right over here for more low-carb recipes and reviews. And if you love the channel, please click right here to subscribe. It really helps. And thank you very much for watching. Please be assured we here at Putnut's Kitchen appreciate every minute you spend with us.